Okay. Good afternoon, Miss Ann. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
My name is Abby. I'm going to be your counselor for the day, okay?
Sure.
So I would just kind of like to ask what brought you into our session. I'm understanding that you're having some anxiety issues related to school.
Yes. I had some issues with anxiety lately. I did go to talk to just recently to my primary care doctor, and then we talk about that, and then he said maybe rather me put you on any medications or something, let's just go ahead and try with the therapies first, so you can talk about this more with therapists. So
Okay.
I do have some anxiety lately, a lot.
Okay. So before we start our sessions typically takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and my focus of this session is to get to know you more and figure out what's going on in your life, and then you and I can work together to elaborate on some issues that are going on with you. Okay.
Sure.
I would just like to reassure you that the sessions, everything that we discuss will be confidential. And I am part of an ethical board, so I'm going to make sure that whatever we discuss stays in here, okay? And secondly, I would also like your permission, if it's okay, for us to initiate this therapy session and to proceed for our future session, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's begin. Explain a little bit more about what's going on with you in school.
Well, I have been in college for a few months now,
Mhm.
and this is the first time that I moved away from my parents, and everything is new for me. New place, college, not being with my parents, so much homework and so much to do for school. It's just exhausting and making me so nervous and anxious, and I just I just don't know. I think I have a really hard time
It
coping
must
with
be
all of this.
okay. It must be hard leaving home and coming to a new environment currently, correct?
Yes, it's really hard. It's basically I've been with my parents my whole life until now, and now I chose to come to this different city and studying and everything without me even knowing and having in my head that them might gonna be really hard on me. I was excited to leave my parents thinking, wow, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be on my own. But actually it's really hard because there's more things that I need to do,
Mm-hmm.
and in addition to my school work, I'm a full-time student, so I have a lot of work to do.
So it seems like I'm hearing you say that things that you're very kind of dealing with a lot and having a lot of stress and a lot of emotions going on. Is that what I'm understanding you say?
Yeah, yes.
How does that make you feel?
Well, kind of like sad
Mm-hmm.
because I feel nervous at the moment, and
When you say nervous, what do you mean by nervous?
it's kind of like that like anxiety feeling, that like nervousness that I feel inside when I start thinking about I have to do this, I have to do that. Oh my gosh, I have 3 exams next week. How am I going to do all of this? You know, so it's kind of hard and makes me sad, and I feel tired. I feel exhausted.
And how's this? Have you had previous issue with anxiety before? Because you seem to really get grabs on the fact that you're very anxious. Have you had previous issues or with anxiety?
Well, I didn't really have to this extent. I would say maybe like um during high school, you have sometimes some anxieties and things, and I thought then back then that it was bad. But in this case it's kind of different. It's my anxieties is higher, and and to the point that I have a hard time at some moment functioning. So it's definitely worse than I ever had before, but I did have a little bit before.
So when you say you have moments in functioning, inability to function, what do you mean by that? Can you tell me a little bit more?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I have a hard time going to sleep, for example.
Okay.
I have a hard time, falling asleep. And then in the morning, I can't get up, but actually, I have to be in my school because I have classes starting like lectures at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I have to be bright and early, but I have a hard time with my sleep and all of that. So that's what I mean, kind of like functioning, because I do feel tired.
Okay. So prior to this, you said you had just recently moved here. How's that change going for you?
I think it's hard. It's
Yeah, it must be very difficult to move away from
Yeah.
your family.
Yes, especially being that first time. I never left my parents before, and now kind of like I'm on my own. I have to do everything by myself. I have to do my laundry. I have to think what I'm gonna eat. I have to do this. I have to do that. And very often I don't even eat as I supposed to. I just go grab something quickly because, always like that thing in my back of my mind. I have to do this. I have to finish this paper, this presentation, and I just want to succeed.
Okay.
I just want
How
to.
do you define success?
Well, for me to complete these classes on time, not to repeat them, not to get the bad grades. For me, that's my goal, and that's my success right now. That's how I define my success, kind of like completing the program and being able to graduate.
Okay.
To not to fail, to disappoint my parents.
So it sounds like your expectations are very high, and you say you're afraid to disappoint your parents. What are their expectation of you?
Well, my parents, they're okay, but they do have expectations for me to take this seriously and do my job. I
Okay.
don't really feel that my parents are pressuring me to the point that, it's all or nothing.
Okay.
More, I think that I put that pressure on myself.
Okay.
I am the one who is feeling scared to fail and being like just to disappoint my parents. I know that they will be disappointed. I know that. But maybe they will not be that mad at me or something. They will say, okay, that's fine. If you have to repeat the class, you repeat the class. But I know that I will feel bad. I will feel bad too. I will feel like I let my parents down because they do so much for me.
So it sounds like you put a lot of emotions, tension on yourself.
I do.
And
I
what
always did.
what led you to feel having to put all that weight on your shoulder?
Well, it's hard to tell. It's more me always being like that, kind of like putting the weight on me and setting up the high expectations. And sometimes that's good. You have a goal if you have expectations, but then also I feel if I do it too much, am I going to break me down? Am I going to just affect me to the point that I feel like this, anxious and nervous and having issues?
In the past, you talked about, I believe you said high school, you had episodes of anxiety. What led to that?
Well, usually nothing really major. Like if I don't know, if somebody tells me something, or if I get upset that I did not get the text message from my boyfriend or something like that, like I will just, I would be anxious. And then gradually that will go away. I'll either talk to my best friend or,
Okay.
I will do something. Um, Not to really like stay focused on that anxiety. As soon as I get busy, that anxiety will go away. But this is a little bit different. This time I see this is more serious and kind of like weighing me down.
And before you dealt with it, so what are ways that you are able to deal with your anxiety currently?
Right now, I have a little hard time
Yeah.
dealing with anxiety.
In what way?
Like, I don't know. I feel like it just popped up all of a sudden out of nowhere. I feel
Hmm.
very anxious. And then sometimes I keep telling myself, like, don't think about that. And it's okay. It's going to be fine, but it doesn't really work. And I keep like scrolling.
It sounds like you're confused or having conflicting issues on how to deal with your anxiety.
Yeah, kind of like I'm trying, but it's not really, effective.
So how can you or what can you do to help you better explore that issues?
Dealing with anxiety.
Yes.
Um, I don't know. I wish I can just calm down. I know it's kind of like hard to say that.
Okay.
Easier said than done, but I just need to, first of all, I wish I have more energy. That's my
Okay.
first thing. If I have more energy, I feel I would be able to do something that
Okay.
would make me like, okay. But I feel I don't have enough energy, so that's what it is.
Okay. Okay. And is there some things you can do to help, for example, going out? Are there other people in your class that you can interact with?
Yeah, usually, I go to library and study after class
Okay.
with like some other classmates, and we take a break and we go and talk about that.
Do you
To be
enjoy doing
honest
those
with you,
things?
hmm,
Do you enjoy doing those things?
I do. I do. I do. I do. It feels good after you talk and share with somebody. And what I actually notice, it's not only me.
Okay.
It's my other classmates that I feel the same thing. So that's what makes it also a little bit feeling better because you don't feel that isolated and alone. It's
Okay.
like it's not only me that have this issue. Obviously, it's not that something wrong with me. It's just that we all do really have a lot of work and stress that we need to work on and go through. So I feel a little bit better after I talk to them, but then if I don't have a time or something and I go home to my dorm and I just stay by myself or something like that, then that anxiety keeps coming back. So
So it sounds like you like doing things with your other classmate, correct?
yes.
And
Hmm.
have you explored that avenue more?
2 minutes. um yeah, kind of like I like to go out with them and I like to, go and relax just like every young person. And I think I just need to keep doing that a little bit more often.
Okay.
I
So I would
think
just
that
like
would
to ask you,
be,
what are your expectations of these sessions?
um, I guess just to kind of like give me some, guidance or listen to me or whatever it is, just to kind of like feel better, right? Just to kind of like try to get out of this feeling better and kind of like navigate through my life a little better.
Okay, okay. It sounds like a plan we can work together to try to accomplish
Mhm.
before at the next session, okay?
Mhm.
So at this time, I would kind of like for us to kind of end this session if that's okay with you. And
Sure.
the next session we can kind of elaborate more on your expectations and how we can work together to accomplish that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay?
That
It
would be
was
nice.
nice meeting you, Miss Ann.
Sure. Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and you have a good day.
You too. All right. Now I'm going to stop. Hello.
Hi,
Hi, Anne. How are you?
how you doing?
Doing fine. My name is Aldiana, and I'm going to be your counselor today.
Hi, Miss Aldiana.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. A little
Okay.
stressed out.
Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, I think that you're in the right place then. We'll
Okay.
talk about that a little bit more.
Okay.
So, before I begin with the actual session and our interview and everything, I would like to get your consent to proceed to this therapy.
Okay.
If I can have that so we can continue. And on the top of that, I would like to tell you that everything that we are talking about here, it's confidential and it's only between me and you. So whatever you say, whatever you share, I will be keeping that as confidential information. So no sharing, okay?
Okay, that's fine. I agree. That's fine.
You do understand that, right?
Yes, I
Very good.
understand.
Very good. Okay, then let's talk about this. What brings you here? What's going on?
I came here because I met with my primary care doctor a couple weeks ago, and I've been having issues with sleeping and
Mhm.
irritability, and so he thought I have some anxiety issues and maybe a little bit of depression, so he
Mhm.
recommended that I see a therapist.
Mhm. Okay. All right. So you said that your primary care physician said that. How do you feel? Do you feel anxious and depressed?
I am a little stressed out with school. I recently just moved here and then started college. So, and there's been a lot of homework and a lot of just overly homework, and it's just consuming me, and I'm just very stressed out and feel like I can't accomplish anything.
Oh, okay. All right. So, since you said you feel you can't accomplish anything, how is your school so far? Have you been doing good? How's your grades?
So far I've been doing okay.
Hmm.
I haven't been getting the A that I would like, but I've been at a B. But I've
Hmm.
been trying to study a lot of a lot. I've been devoting all my time into studying for my classes. I'm currently taking about 5 classes this semester, and it's been a lot, and it's been very stressful. Um, so but I just I'm just want to just be over. I just wanted to be over.
Okay. You want to be over with semester
Yeah,
or?
I can't wait for the semester to be over because I'm
Gotcha.
just kind of stressed out and tired between work and school. It's a lot.
So you do work as well.
Yeah, I work part time on the weekend um,
Mhm.
to help so kind of provide for myself and like, stuff that I need.
Well, yeah, I do understand. You do deal with a lot, obviously. It's a
Yeah,
lot for you. You have a
it's
lot
been
of
a
classes.
lot.
Yeah, you have a lot of classes and work and everything that's definitely affecting you. Now, since you saw your doctor and you guys talk about stress and anxiety and depression and everything, and you said you mentioned at the beginning that you went to see him also because you had trouble sleeping. So, can
Yeah.
you tell me a little bit more about that and how is your sleep?
I've been pretty much tossing and turning in bed. I
Mhm.
would go to bed like by 10 o'clock, and then by 3, 4 o'clock, I'm up. I'm only getting like a few hours of sleep. So in the daytime, I'm sleeping in class.
Mhm.
So I've just been tossing and turning because my mind just keeps wandering and consuming
Mhm.
things and just thoughts and how am I going to pass this class? Am I going to make it? Am I going to be able to get qualified for my scholarships? Am I going to get my scholarships next year? Well, my parents are going to say it's just been a lot. So I've been
Yeah.
just thinking about everything. When I try to sleep, then I start thinking, and then I wake up.
Yeah, I understand. It is a lot. So, since you mentioned several things that go through your mind, I would kind of like to break that down. First, let's let's focus on your parents. Tell me about that. What's their opinion? Do they have expectations from you? Is that something that is adding additional kind of weight on you?
Um, my parents do have a lot of expectations of me. They're both college, graduates, and they are doing well with themselves. So they want me to pretty much be able to be independent of myself and go to college and make sure I join some kind of sorority because they're in that. But I don't even have time for that because I'm so busy with school and making sure my grades are good to maintain my scholarship. So
Right.
expectation of me. My dad doesn't want to make sure I keep my scholarship because he doesn't want to pay out of his pocket for my scholarship for schooling. So
Mm-hmm.
so ultimately I'm kind of like stressed out making sure I don't disappoint them or make or fail in what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm. Do you have fear of disappointing them?
Kind a little bit, yeah, because my oldest sister, when she had a baby at an early age, um, so they're kind of disappointed in her. And now it's like for me, I feel like I don't want to go down that path because if I go down that path, it would just be very bad for me and
Mm-hmm.
my dad. Like their relationship is not good because she had a baby and now she's not in school. So I think they expect me to be better, to do more of my life. So that expectation is very scary.
Right. I can see that. I bet that is a lot. And it is something that you kind of like watch your parents, how they reacted with your sister, and you have that in the back of your mind. Oh my gosh, I really don't want to go through this. I don't want to disappoint my parents. I can see that. It
Yeah.
is hard. It is hard. Now, I would like to go back and ask about your again about the sleeping pattern because I do believe that sleep is very important. So does that problem that you have happens every single night? Do you ever have a night that actually you go through the night sleeping entire night?
Um,
How
not-
frequently?
it usually happens at least very frequently because at
Mm-hmm.
least 3 or 4 times a night I'm pretty much up
Mm-hmm.
instead of sleeping. I find something else to do, whether it's cleaning my room or watching some crazy video what I know I shouldn't be watching, just because I know if I try to sleep, it's gonna be my mind's gonna start wandering again. Then I wake up, so I just find something else to do, and that's been going on at least 3 or 4 days a week,
Wow.
um, that I've been having problems sleeping.
I see that. I see that. Next, my question would be during the day, you said that you are kind of tired. Do you have a time and strength to actually go and spend some time with your friends or your classmates and do something fun?
Not really. I try to like every now and then, every Friday they have this group, this Christian group that I go to,
Hmm.
where we can talk about our emotions and our feelings and stuff. So I try to make time to at least attend that because to me that's rewarding to me and it
Hmm.
keeps me grounded and focused.
Very good. Oh, I like to hear that. That
Thank you.
there is a thing that actually makes you feel good. And in my opinion, whatever it does, it's just you need to keep doing that, right? You just
Oh,
keep doing that, and whatever it makes you feel good. Basically, I need to ask you this. So, kind of throughout this interview, I would like to know what is your expectation. What do you feel that it's coming out of this session?
I just want to be able to figure out why I'm having an anxiety issue, how to deal with the anxiety issue, how to go about handling my classes so I'm not as stressed out with them, and just be able to be a kid again. I'm not a kid, but
Right,
be
I
able
know
to,
what
a
you
young
mean.
adult to still go
Mhm.
to school and still be able to have fun with my classmate and just live regularly.
Yeah, I understand. Um, Do you have anything in your mind that this could actually, what steps will help you to get there? What do you think, what would be your plan? Is anything in your mind that you could come up with how to reach your goal and
I'll probably
make a
need to
difference?
just come up with a schedule and
Mm-hmm.
follow my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Doing my homework ahead of time, and just I don't know. That's why I'm not really sure. That's why I'm in the session.
Very good, very good. This was just my curiosity. I want to see if there anything in your head that might gonna actually have some plan there. We will definitely work on that to try to help you step by step how to solve the problems and how to try to reduce that anxiety. Um, uh, there is another thing that I would like to kind of point to you regarding the sleep. Again, I always keep coming back to that because I do firmly believe that it helps a lot, because if we have enough good night sleep, that we rejuvenate during the night, and in the morning we're more functional. So you said that you do go around 10 o'clock in bed, but you can't fall asleep. Do you drink a tea? Do you take a hot tub bath? What do you do? Any of that?
No, I
Never,
just go
not
to bed.
really. Okay, I see that. Well, the thing is, today, young people, they don't really put thoughts into that. I think that we are today a little bit more into technology and everything, so we stay up watching, like you said, some videos or whatever. What I would like to recommend to you to
Okay.
try to start with that, um, take a hot tub shower or bath or whatever you want, just to have some muscle relaxation. Then
Okay.
go to bed and listen to your favorite music and do some deep breathing. All of this should, by the time, try to help you um, kind of like calm down those thoughts that are in the background. And
Okay.
then let's hope that you're going to have a little bit more and more hours in sleep so you can have a little bit more energy next day.
Okay.
That would be the first step. Is that something that you can try to do for me? So until next time I see you, I
Yeah,
can
I
have some
definitely can try to
feedback.
do. Yeah, I can do
Very
that.
good. Very good. I like to hear that. And then next time when I see you, we will go more talk about your organizational skills
Okay.
and how organized you stay with your homework and with all of the things that you do. Obviously, there's a lot that you deal with. I'm thinking if we work more on organization, and how you prioritize your things that you need to do, maybe that will contribute to reducing the anxiety. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, that sounds good. I would
Sounds,
love that.
you think maybe they might gonna, since you mentioned it's about the schedule, and
I'm
you
sorry.
think, since you mentioned it's about a schedule and that you need to follow
Yeah,
the
I would
schedule.
definitely like to work on how best to organize myself, how to keep myself focused and grounded on throughout the day so I don't get distracted with all the stuff because I think I easily get distracted doing
Okay.
10,000 other things. So how to go about maintaining that and making sure that I stay focused.
Yeah, I see that. Basically, if we try to solve little bit by little bit some problems with the organization, with sleep, maybe we can try to see how does that affect your anxiety. Do we have some reduction in anxiety? Do you feel a little bit better organized, a little bit more self-confident? You can do this, and how's your rest overall? Well, thank you so much for this session today. I will talk to you soon. Try to do the steps so we can see how you're doing.
Okay, thank you very much.
Alrighty, thank you.